new version of which we get from them today. Drone early from Cloud, just spotting out Hiro, and then straight into the duel he goes, and Tomaszy's debut on the Neon not looking like the best of starts so far. It does go trading, and NAVI fall back to the site.
Taking their time, waiting for rotations to come in. GX still waiting to play as a death ball. Players to peek in towards them, but with playing so slow, NAVI are unsure about the map hazard.
Just waiting to burst out of the B smoke, and you look at the utility on GX, some of that signature has come back up. The stun and the salvage dropping at the feet of Ruxic. Quick double kill, and still supported by that Sky smoke. He's going to follow it up.
GX only have a 29% win rate on their attack, and I think in that pistol round we can see it, right? It looked a little bit...
Angel, same information. Haunt comes out this time, and it is greeted with silence. Pressure put on in A main. Hiro looking for the walk down underpass, a wrap around onto GX. This is where it starts to get tricky. What's the timing on the smoke? Do they clear it? No.
Watch the awareness. You can see GX being brought back. They've got an idea, and yet well thought about. GX get rid of any sort of problem that could come, although there's a late luck or a late flank coming through from NAVI on that top side. GX should know about it because of the traps.
It's getting cleared out by the Prowler as well, so NAVI making sure they've not missed a step here whatsoever, but it's another situation where the round opens up from Hiro's aggressive positioning, the site falls from the Cypher setup, and now in terms of what they've got to come back in, I'm looking at 4 utility belts on 2 players.
Westside getting rid of koalanoob as well.
One of them dead.
That's going to be massive. GX in prime position to convert, but oh no! There was just a slight chance if Tomaszy was...
This is all just a fake towards B.
Operator still standing, still getting the entry pick. koalanoob, who's been so good before, has to go up against Tomaszy. Westside on the other side of the map opens things up.
And it's huge because now he has so much more freedom to lurk, but GX need to make this push work, and Koala's managed to get one on the way back out.
Time is getting low. You look at towards the map and where everybody's looking, it's in different avenues. A 1v1 towards the B site. Well, the spike goes down on A. Armageddon used to try and push players out.
It's a brilliant clear from Ruxic though, he hung around long enough. NAVI now have an advantage coming back into the retake, and GX are playing from sight.
Yeah, both players stuck. No means of escape. You look at Ruxic holding on towards CT as Cloud tries to go explore, and Tomaszy left all alone and needs to stand tall. You can see him peeking with the idea and instead gets caught. Now a 1 versus 3 for Cloud to try and clutch. Has salvos if he can try and waste the time, but it isn't a clean fight. Probably thinking about playing towards a retake.
Side can have huge value coming in here late as well, but NAVI have already grouped up 4 players strong to try and fight this position. Blind is Angel, yet he walks away with the first of those kills. Runner trading in kind, but still NAVI holding on to the space.
What's GX's plan here? I mean, they've traded out evenly, getting rid of koalanoob. But, I mean, the fact that this is going to end up being a crunch on the site, NAVI need to be careful.
Lot onto Ruxic here. He wins this duel, and so much pressure alleviated. Westside first bullet connects instantaneously, and the follow-up is there too. And so now Hiro is the last one left made to stew in this. The signature, the signing of the off-season.
I mean, he has neural theft here, but I don't think he'll want to use it.
Yet to have his hero play so far in this NAVI side, and back on the Sentinel role. Ruxic, who doesn't have contact. The smoke is everything, and already GX want to bypass it.
Oh, Tomaszy managing to get Angel, who was playing around the smoke. Ruxic on site, unfortunately, will not get what he's looking for. NAVI need to take a moment, let the spike go down, and wait for these smokes to go as well.
There is a showstopper to come back into the retake with, and Cloud is just trying to spot this out, see if he can land a suppress. But as soon as that goes, it should be the green light for NAVI to make this retake happen.
Runner still holding on to 2 flashes. They can engage when GX need to. At the same time, look at NAVI, where they're going. They're pathing towards Arcade, trying to create another avenue in which GX need to be careful of. And the positioning of Tower, you can see them just worried about the players coming out.
It's a slow creep away as NAVI throw the towel in. GX doubling up for rounds here with another site execution.
Looking faking it out, and well, the smokes drop. locking out GX goal. Westside needs to be careful of the angles, and he'll be able to get rid of Hiro. The opposite number. The whole B site was set up for kill traps, and with Hiro gone, there won't be any capitalization.
Such a frustrating death as well, because the rest of NAVI had the read. They were ready for rotation as soon as that util came out to clear the op, so they go a player short-handed into the B retake, and we already know how strong GX look from these positions.
Yeah, I mean, post-plants, the utility there is absolutely sublime. Nice combination of utility, and NAVI suddenly open up the site. Chaos ensues, a classic right-click, and now Cloud from main, trying to play in Westside, who's still in towards Arcade. You're waiting for that activation as NAVI get on towards the spike, playing for the salvos first, the delay being worked for, with Westside once again providing value.
Onto early doors.
Yeah, they're being proactive, looking to try and get something. Angel playing on the front foot, gets rid of tomaszy, but realistically, the utility trade-off is so much better for GX.
And they're preparing the Rolling Thunder. There's nobody in the site, so do all too much. The orbital strike does take players off the line where the trap was set up, but Hiro still able to walk away with one, so advantage restored for NAVI. Flank coming in late, stun slightly missing, but the orbital strike moving players out position. So much invested by both teams at this point in time, yet still it doesn't feel like GX have an advantage.
koalanoob is starting to clear out towards Dish. This has been an issue every single time GX have executed on towards A, and Westside could easily be caught. Now, look at this, the player's close by.
There is a slight adaptation from Westside because he's just dropped into the corner here and actually completely overlooked his chance to get the first. He'll find it onto Ruxic. One more required of him, but it's a split play from NAVI. Already Westside needing to deal with the first of those players. It's Ruxic that goes in solo, but the combo back to re-engage is beautiful. Simply sublime. Westside already with 2 kills picked up. And he's made it a third before the round has even come to a conclusion, which feels slightly foregone. Hiro does respond and has chance now to pick the spike back up and reposition himself. But GX are getting active and starting to re-clear some of this themselves.
This is good, although Hiro is standing waiting, but he's thinking they're coming through. Door doesn't look the right way.
It's a Cypher play B, and close to the smoke is where Purpo looks to make the play.
Playing across, lovely entries into the round. Westside, 2 of his own. And well, NAVI with absolutely nothing. They're all hot on the heels, GX. They're not letting these players get out on towards the site. Not at all. Ruxic, who was holding on to the spike, will go, and now Hiro.
Rifle round. They're looking to double dip on this side of the map. The B site under siege yet again. But GX are responding, and they've got numbers, bodies on the line.
Still though, the delay working out in their favour right now. GX still waiting for NAVI to try and get out, but relay bolts in towards Molly's. It doesn't work out. Westside's going to wander, and once again his shorties come out on top. Although Ruxic on the other side has managed to open up the B site, and NAVI can get that spike down.
Westside wasn't quite on the same page as his teammate, so it is an opportunity now for NAVI. They've got a little more time to set up in post, and look at the tools that they're working with. Molly on Ruxic. And well, that's about it, actually.
I mean, they'd also have the orbital strike. I mean, that's the Rolling Thunder gone, so there's no sort of delay anymore. It's just got to be the players standing up tall and making sure of it. GX clearing all the corners, again, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, making sure to pay attention to all the small details. Now you've got to wait for Ruxic's Molly, as the orbital strike has bought enough time. Runner good on it, Hiro as well. And now, yep, there it is, the Molly that will buy so much time right now. A tap of the spike to bait out Ruxic. Proactive here once again to try and get an Armageddon, etc. online. koalanoob just sent flying in. Knocks up Cloud, and well, Rolling Thunder back to re-engage. Overdrive as well, the utility is spot on. And Runner, who's played absolutely amazing so far this map, follows it up. Hiro now trying to grab this back, but he's up against 3, has it?
He is, manages to find the first, second, now that cam is hit. tomaszy calling out the high gear. Hiro managed to find 3 kills in the previous. Cage goes up in the corner, yet to be cleared. Just waiting for them to run into his crosshair, and it's tomaszy that takes him down. But in the meantime, NAVI have found themselves a free B site.
Yeah, the ultimate is going to be used though. Both ultimates. koalanoob has no way to escape, and Cloud's got 2. Oh, this is going to be massive. Spike is down in the meantime though.
Ruxic left to his own devices. He's the one that picks up the slack and the Guardian in his hands. Westside nails him to the players would prefer to be a little more hands-off as straight in to the A main fight. tomaszy's racked up yet another, continually building confidence as you can feel the electricity flowing through his veins. It's only an eco that they stand up against right now, but GX finding this could take them to map point on their opponent's pick.
At the same time, you look towards the space that NAVI's been able to grab towards that top side and finding the entry as well. This A side of the map is going to be a lot more interesting for NAVI.
Rolling Thunder queued up. Shao is just ready to respond to any play from Sand. Hiro continuing to backpedal as it's a double tap
the reload
on the spike plant from Dish. In he goes with the Sheriff, and it's not the kind of thing that you want to take a second look at. But very soon we could be sent to the VOD review screen as GX are closing in on this map now.
No Molly either, there's no sort of delay. NAVI have to just win out the gunfights.
Hands on deck on the site. Ruxic's found the first of those jewels. He's been mechanically sharp so far, but needs to continue to hone that blade. 3 already picked up on the round. And it looks like another A main jewel. tomaszy stunned up this time. Where do you go? You look to Cloud for support, it seems. Continually filling in the gaps, and NAVI have to completely give this one up for the first 20 seconds as GX have repossessed main, but in the meantime, Hiro setting himself up in Dish yet again.
Yeah, it's the same round as we saw in the last, right? NAVI are sticking around, seeing if they can try and re-engage, and this time GX have invested a drone to find out. There's 2 players, or at least 1, keeping an eye on towards Dish.
Westside is so passive on B. Full focus from GX right now is on A. And while the backstab is hovering above their shoulder blades, you've got to try and fight forwards here, and tomaszy will attempt to do exactly that. It falls in vain. Angel getting one back, and now Purpo in Sand, given the squeeze as Heroes drop from the other side to dig themselves out of trouble yet again. Not the first time they've been in this position so far in the map. A map which they picked to play into, but GX have made them look second best.
I mean, right, they've taken their time to get this spike down, spamming out. Oh, the delay!
That's beautiful.
That's a lovely combination.
Feels like perfect ante on the position of the plant as well. NAVI do manage to get it in.
I mean, but there's no more utility for NAVI either. They're going to have to win their gunfights.
GX is set up perfectly for this. Another potential winning retake on the cards, unless the Sheriffs can offset it. Shift the balance in their favor, open positioning to try and play back into, but Hiro has to clear this smoke if he wants to give it a go, and the shots won't land. A stick behind the veil of the smoke. Cloud is continuing to relay back to the rest of his team that it could be here, there, or anywhere as Koala goes diving in.
Yeah, I mean, nice trade out from NAVI all in, but fight was not pretty whatsoever. A little bit of peace, but I mean, at the same time, Cloud's been able to survive at the back of sight, and there's players coming in to hit support.
Hiro just funneling bullets back into the magazine as he drops off just a little bit more. Solo here with the spike could be in a difficult situation, but he does brilliantly. An admirable effort makes it a 2-on-2 yet again, and with tomaszy arriving late, so are NAVI. There's only 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a real stall out. And with that being said, tomaszy still has a blindside to play in westside.
Oh. One enemy
it's a brilliant setup. Westside only able to get one. Ruxic does get chipped down, but now tomaszy in the 1-on-1. Reposition Ruxic into the corner next to the map. tomaszy has to be so diligent to clear this, and he's not looking.
The duelist of tomaszy. So to hold on towards that space, well, NAVI explore through mid.
Oh, but Koala is the one on the prowl. 2 kills to open up the site, and while tomaszy still hangs back in A main, it's a GX side which trails, and as he TPs out, almost all advantage is lost.
I mean, that's the concession that you were willing to make, right? GX, they could lose 1, I mean 2 at max bodies, and you hold on to A main, but at the same time, they let go of that, and NAVI have full control of the B side as well, of lane, of B main. GX nowhere near it. looks like a good chance to convert the bonus.
Yeah, I'm going to hold you on that one for just a moment, though, Cairo, because as quickly as it looked like they wanted to go towards B, the Thorns get sent out by westside, and now they're looking towards A. We've got 30 seconds left. It's another late NAVI execute. Hunter's Fury coming in to clear backside with the salvos. Westside with a side step, managing to survive a little bit longer. Can't quite lock onto another target as koalanoob has already found his third. And so any fears of this round going against NAVI would have been settled if it wasn't for tomaszy on the site.
Still has one TP to work with, right? But still, it's 3 players he needs to try and find.
It's a cautionary placement of it as well, so if that doesn't say enough about his intent right now, I don't know what does. Already spotted out by NAVI, caught in the midst of multiple players. tomaszy on a tear.
I mean,
third kill.
Well.
It's going to be the stun instead, the Nova Pulse that drops, the Nano Swarm beyond it. tomashy's out of options. As good as some of these shots look from him,
No way.
you can't build the performance off the back of just one player. This one is already done. He's found 4 kills, but the
Deep in your soul, you're thinking,
version is, you know, aided a whole lot more by the fundamental play that they have. And into the next rifle round, it's back to A main they go. Jules taken and traded as runner on the fadeaway gets nothing but damage.
Just leaving Angel to use the drone towards the A side, something, see if they can find or at least fake presence, right, as the players go elsewhere. GX are already pulling across the Astra. They've lost full control of the middle of the map.
That's where the stealth drone could have bought some extra value as runner chose to invest it towards Art. The steps of it heard by NAVI is now they look to knock on that door yet again, and well, there's nobody home. It's Angel to solo clear out main. Well, GX will have bodies on the line once more. They have struggled so far. Every single shot from NAVI hit in the back of the net. That has to change. And Runner has started it off with positive signs.
Yeah, Armageddon online as well, something to come back in on. And on top of that, you look at GX, they're playing more reserved. They want to play for this retake.
Should have salvos for the corner as well. That gets placed towards Angel, and he's on a plate. Cloud served up. Further success by his initiator pairing as Runner goes up. It's wide of the mark. Cloud with the trade, and now Hiro in yet another clutch. First kill isolated. How many more can he be given? The Nano will delay for a little bit longer, at least pull a player off of the spike for now. As the belt goes empty, he needs results. The spam through the corner of the newsstand isn't bearing him any good news whatsoever. It is laboured, but Hiro, mid-reload, manages to snatch back yet another, and while the spike is halved, it's not going to get the site if need be, because you're down to 20 seconds yet again, and GX have shown they're willing to stack bodies. It won't be the case this time. It's only tomaszy. He will fall, and so NAVI have some comfort now in terms of this spike plant, and it's only going to get better once Hiro finds that one onto Runner.
I mean, I don't know about investing this Hunter's Fury towards an eco round, especially when you've lost the first 2 picks.
And it's a potential counter to the lockdown gone. Not going to see it in this round, that's for certain. Cloud does have an answer, as does Ruxic. Just one revealed in the open, and NAVI starting to show signs of GX on the previous. It's all a little isolated, and that's where westside thrives. First tap coming in from Cloud. Signature util, it's the salvos and the recon to just try and remove players from position. Shao considering investment of the ult to try and win this one for his team. He is going to have it secured in the end, but so costly. Koala the jump start for his ult. It comes around the back of sight. He's looking towards elbow, spots the first player. Here's the combo. That's the value of the Hunter's Fury. Dropped at his feet further util. This is so messy on the site. Neither team can find an advantage, but still 5v5.
And the best part about it is, NAVI haven't taken the city. GX have come back in for the retake and found no one. NAVI are on long.
Well, we're back to square one, and let's just take stock of the utility really quickly. Purpo doesn't have a single star. tomaszy does have a kill and now his ult. Runner's an empty belt. Westside util over on A. NAVI do have this lockdown and cosmic divide to throw at the full buy if needed. It's it's a stressful situation, and we're into crunch time once more. 30 seconds left, and you've got to go now.
I've said this before, NAVI have struggled with crunch time.
Huge.
Both cosmic divides being used, but Hero's the one that comes out on top. Sure, there's one back, but remember, tomaszy's in his ultimate, and now it realistically comes down to a 1 versus 2 with the Euro that has to work on his operator. With that meme, man.
No, me too. A hero thriving in the chaos. I think that's one thing.
Yeah, I mean, the players are going to hit contact of the turret, so maybe NAVI can stall out, take their time getting in towards the B site.
And actually, to go back and say, why did GX not call the timeout? Because they found themselves in multiple situations like this. 9 out of the 10 players in the server currently set up on B, the first of which to jump the gap would be Koala, but he's going to fall. GX starting to go through the gears. Westside collecting another kill with his Sheriff as it lands the shot, but it's a 2-on-2, and it's job not done yet. NAVI nailing in yet another. Hiro, the one who holds the hammer. It hits the anvil yet again, as expected. Purpo's chance to shift things in their favor. Hiro within striking distance, as you say. But Purpo not yet given the chance, and now you have to deny the ult.
Have to go and try and fight it, has the turret for contact, and Hiro knows this. A 1v1, which Purpo will be.
4GX to play what is behind the Vice setup this time as well, so there is further layers to this, and koalanoob has to TP in, actually. It's not out. He's now stuck in the corner and spammed within an inch of his life. So no entry NAVI, no duelist, and they're forced to call the play.
Yeah, they've seen that before. The adaptation spot on. Still a little bit of stall. NAVI not comfortable with the position they have on site.
Shao up close, looking for the duel. Can't find it. Runner responding as GX are in tow. A second round now prepared as they've managed to do exactly what was required of them. From the timeout, the read...
Caught a player off guard. This time there was...
Fire. Ice bucket dropped from GX from the timeout upon
30 seconds left.
His recon arrow here to clear out tomaszy, or even just a jump spot as the operator has finally been revealed. Fighting a war on both fronts. The players have already made it out from elbow.
They have that engagement on long is what GX were hoping for. Now Cloud is the only one to hold on towards backside. The Armageddon used to keep him protected, and he is. But now he has to clutch up. It has to be an ace clutch, which does not. Well, with that being said, straight into the B site.
Guns out, rifles in hand for the GX players, needing to win this one if they want to see any more of that. As the final round of the half comes up, it's straight inside the site beyond the wall. Westside still in the corner, but in terms of utility to flush him out, well, Shao's without salvos, so there's really little to bank upon here. tomaszy with yet another kill that just pushes that boat out further as Ruxic tries to reintroduce himself. It's a flash Shao in the corner that will fall back of Art, op in hand. Players peeking in, with the recon broken, this would have been his chance, but Runner just disposed of. Means it's another 4 versus 5 for GX from Art. This time, they want to fight into middle, and with Cloud's ult teed up, it's a Purpo double this time. Back from the dead, dishing out damage, 3 versus 2.
What did NAVI do to try and recover this? Plenty of utility. Angel's only used his dart, right? So this can easily come back up.
And with Westside dead here as well, you look at all of the Vice utility having no value. It's down, which means B is open. This feels like a pretty straightforward call to make if you're NAVI.
I agree. How does the post plant look, right? With both players having utility that can stall out. Do you play on the site? Do you look for a pick before you plant it? I mean, GX are nowhere near this side of the map.
With Angel's drone, you could take a step further, but I feel like NAVI right now
30 seconds
just trying
left.
to get a bit more comfort about the situation.
Yeah.
There's no player yet to go and hunt. Angel will be the one to do it. Risk adverse at times.
Cloud is on his own.
Up close as the spray comes in. It's a brilliant bait. Angel with the first of those, and Shao following it up.
It's now a 2v2. This is winnable now for NAVI, considering the utility they have.
Angel's managed to get out from the divide though, so already this reposition could be deadly. Dropping in is tomaszy and Shao picking up the pieces. Good deep info, which has forced NAVI to readjust the setup ever so slightly. Now account for main a little more heavily as the A site offensive is starting to come through. Hiro with another opening pick. NAVI in a great position. We've already got a couple of bodies backside, and while Purpo has managed to find one on the fadeaway, now Westside starts to get into position from Art.
Hoping he activates soon though, and when he does come in, it's NAVI who get the pick.
Westside with one, koalanoob another. Still 3-on-3 and the team's feeling slightly inseparable. NAVI continuing to backfill the space as they have so much support. This network backside means the spike can't go down until more blood is spilled. And it's GX's own, which is going to hit the canvas. Bloodied and bruised once again. Westside doesn't have the time or the tools. A couple of players from the pit. He'll find the first. Like there was much utility there, and I know it's a pistol. Man, you're really on Marcus Hayward. You're finding that way too funny.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about it. Listen, what we should talk about, A site take, right? Players from NAVI very happy to give up this site to GX. And at the same time, like you can see that they've got koalanoob who was just checking extra angles up on B, but the GX have pushed forwards.
Certainly have. Hiro finding two with his ghost. Where are the guns in GX's hands? This force felt necessary and it's finding the value. Dropping back to the support in main, it's a long road that NAVI have to walk to win this one.
You have the outlaw, but with Hiro being so low, and Angel managing to make this stinger work at close, wrong range.
Yeah. Float like a butterfly, sting
time,
or like a stinger. Angel able to get one more, but Hiro now 1 versus 2. This is where the realization starts to set in. This gun is better saved more than anything else. Something which they've also been focusing on as well quite heavily is protocols, and already as A main is taken, they do not disengage fully. It's Angel following it up with a rifle in his hands this time. Numbers NAVI, but how much longer can he live on this box?
I mean, this 2v2 and A main is going to be massive. Westside still to come in late through Art, but it's how long can GX hold on to this side of the map? Instead, they get the first pick after that initial engagement, and they look to disengage.
Shao would have heard those steps just scurrying away as well, but it just feels so volatile. The position A, making sure that Ruxic is clearing towards R as his drone will do exactly that in main, just reinforcing the ideas of where these players are, and Westside is a swift check of exactly that.
A red herring though. Look at GX, they're not going towards this side of the map, and NAVI are now worried about where Westside has gone.
Hiro has a full Killjoy setup. The turret for lane, the alarm bot should support inside the choke. And with there being no gap close either towards the backside, it's all on this first duel. Hiro catching Cloud in his utility, but still not capitalizing from it. The darts landed in a weird place, so it's not going to scan at all. And while Westside has been noted, Hiro only getting one on the way back in. And so Shao tasked with clutching another round. His salvos can deny the plant for just a moment, but it's repositioned and they are holding on as he makes his way back in. But with the gap being there of Shao in Art, no real big rotation has been called. That Angel's still just denying with the immediate reactive ult and getting a double tag on the second hit.
Yeah, this is really big chip damage. Ruxic's trying to rush in, but gets caught by the blind side. It's just not working out at all. GX have managed to fight their way back in. The lockdown baiting out another player into the crosshairs of NAVI. The spike needs to stabilize this round.
Hiro laid up onto yet another kill as well. You've got to come back in against the Cosmic Divide.
Hiro's been managed to bomb out a player as they swing out. Run underneath the clutch!
But immediately pressured by the Euro on the opposite side.
Straight towards the backside as well, and his combat combined with the Armageddon, forcing players out. Tomaszy back there, gets the entry kill.
Huge combination. That sets up the play. Shao's going to watch that TP cut past him, and immediately the game is up for Tomaszy. One back. Hiro still holding on. 2 kills from him. Is it going to be enough? Seems to be the case right now.
Right, they do so well. They take the side, but I mean, Tomaszy's clear isn't good enough, and he allows players to sit within the smoke.
It's those players, that old dynamic, deadly duo of sorts that could do it for you, but here it's koalanoob! 3 kills off the back of his own flash, and with Shao in support, it's all but over. Searching for their first pistol since Fracture. NAVI in a brilliant position to execute on order yet again, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Koala in the heavens, supported by Angel coming in late, and so twice as many players already out of that first engagement, and the spike dropped, yet to be collected.
How do you even get back into it? I mean, looking through, yeah, but look at this, the Avengers assemble! Straight from the top rope, and Purple now into the back lines. He's done decent chip damage.
And he has time on his side. Arcrose won't collect information of his position. The paranoia as well, half a chance, but Hero holding on, has the info. And if you were going to use a near sight, Vents is probably the last place to find effectiveness from it.
Worst part is, right, if you peek
Details
into
to remedy this attack side, and so they go into a loaded A site. Plenty of NAVI bodies here, black and yellow shirts to help support. Koala off the back of Ruxic with his utility in tandem. The paranoia could have just set up for yet another kill instead. It is the Vice Wall, which has caught Westside. The Tether has noted his position. The spam, fortunately enough, though, has not landed. 20 seconds.
Yeah, look at NAVI though, they're setting up a crossfire, a lovely activation on the Arcrose. They're happy to give up Heaven.
Prime example would have been
Cleared things out. Now they get a read towards A.
having a bit of a poke through the cage. Left unanswered. There's a paranoia for the site execution, but tower's where the duel goes down. It's koalanoob's showstopper, which is put to rest early. The fuse cut short. Westside with a double. Still, GX in control by one player, but they haven't yet hit the site. Look at the control, which NAVI currently hold on to. Two players still playing from elbow. One of them, Shao, trying to walk his way out from screens to support Hero. Doesn't need it! Hero with a double. And Westside left by himself, scratching his head, wondering, how have I found myself in a solo position yet again?
I think we're all scratching our heads and thinking about that.
This half buy of sorts from GX, they're looking to put him under further pressure. He's managed to disengage for now, and the paranoia only helping to do so further, and there is support for NAVI now.
Yeah, Seas is brilliantly placed. Shao getting one, but there is a trade on to Angel as now NAVI comes straight back in. Spike completely lost, completely cold. And how did GX get back up towards Heaven to collect that?
Well, Puppo has the ult, so that's one way to do it, and he's going to quickly snatch it back. Last time we saw this 2-on-2, it was a similar setup from GX. Got to be aware of the walkout spawn, and the cam has checked it this time.
Both players now walking to swing out towards CT.
Right now, they do have a couple of these ults queued up to hit the A site. The first is the Yoru, and well, it's only just spotted a player making that cross towards elbow, and Koala gets away with the kill.
Yeah, and this is something that's been really good from NAVI. The protocols, being able to play off-site. GX have got onto it, but Spike's still in Heaven. They've completely left it. The Breach was left trying to use the Rolling Thunder, and calamity right now for GIANTX. As NAVI look to deal with them. Cloud bringing it back to a 2v1.
But where have we seen this before, Cairo? Hero taken. That is not the story we've seen of the stage so far. Given a little bit more to work. GX coming out the back of matches against top contenders. Now NAVI seeming to fit the mold of that themselves. Hero with 2 more kills on a site hold. A story which is constantly repeated as we flick through the pages. It's the same wall of text as the wall of 5 players stand between Westside and a miracle. You have Purpo smokes the cages, but it all comes back to that mid-duel yet again, and it's been one-way traffic again. And with ults as well, every single player towards this side of the map has a tool to work with.
This is the same round we've seen many times before. What's different for GIANTX?
Steel Garden comes out, Showstopper available. Doesn't look like anything's changed, Cairo. I'm concerned for GX right now. In fact, I'm terrified. The utility seems to be a little bit better as NAVI are hounded down towards the back of the site, but time is low. Just like you say, there isn't enough. Any time would be great, but like you say, I don't think GX know what to do with it. It's tomaszy, the last one left. He needs to get the spike, but where is it? Heaven. It has been for the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, right now GIANTX are in hell.
He's not going to get cleared. It's another direct sight hit. And Hiro, fully blinded, has walked away with murder.
Yeah.
And they're still not past the post. Right, Tomaszy's the only one in sight. He has 32 HP. He's dead. Salvos drop. And what happens? Koala inside the smoke with the shorty getting at least one back, but there's twice as many players. The last one left to Westside, as he always has been. What, in 3 series? God forbid. Can NAVI see it over the line? It's koalanoob again. The most first blood success rate of the top 5 duelists, and he's going to keep doing it. Hiro with 2 more kills, as it's been said multiple times. Purpo was the last player left on B. It's happening before our very eyes. A Westside 1vX, but this time it's to stop pure embarrassment.
It's been a similar storyline, time and time again, week to week. GX are looking down the barrel of a